Hey everyone, this is Austin, and welcome to another video that I kind of explain stuff in. I'm going to just say straight from here, there is going to be spoilers, so don't be surprised and butthurt if I spoil something for you, so you have a chance to click off. But anyways, who is the queen, and what's her purpose? And that's the question that I'm going to hopefully answer for you. And the queen is someone not to be trifling against or to piss off, to say the least. And she is known for her top-notch, freaking, honestly, diplomacy kind of skill that she has. And Melty's actually one of the few that get to see this in action. Kind of, she learns from her, but she's a mother of two and Nafumi's savior. And she's married to a war hero and a vassal weapon user. And that's another thing I will explain. Don't worry, but her purpose, basically, in this series is to be kind of Nafumi's saving grace, and she's basically the only one that kind of pushes Nafumi so far that's in a higher power that actually holds some kind of power to make a change kind of happen. And she keeps Malty in check, not Melty, don't get those confused, I know a lot of people do, and she actually goes out of her way to help the other heroes, and the main reason why she wants to kind of make amends with, Nafumi is for the simple fact the demi-humans worship the shield hero, and she wants to avoid war at all cost, and that's kind of why she does that, and she's going to be quite important through the series. And right here, right now, I'm going to tell you, do not get attached to her, because like all good things, they always come to an end, and I'm just going to leave you with that. You can fill that out for yourself. Obviously, as I said, very big spoilers, but she's honestly a very good character and a very good person, and she always puts her people before herself and puts her personal grudges away, and you're going to start to see that a lot happening, especially probably in the next season if we get one. And it's just, she's a very good person. That's just what I want you guys to get across. And her purpose, as I said before, she's going to actually be a part of Nafumi's main squad, especially in the Spirit Turtle arc, and you're going to see that probably in the next season. And she's someone really, really powerful and quite impressive. And as I said, her entire purpose, I know summed up quite well, is she is the go-to person for Nafumi. If Nafumi's having a problem, he goes to her, and she tells Nafumi to help the other heroes to get stronger, because she realizes that they all need to get stronger. She wants the world to survive, and she knows that at any means that the world has to get together. And you don't really start to see that until the light novel, number 8, if I'm not mistaken, the contrast, and it's quite interesting to say the least. But going on to her family now, Malty is her first daughter, and was going to be the heir to the throne until, of course, she was a rotten person, to say the least. And this is Malty, and her venture name, which is her cover-up name, which a lot of people get confused, is mine. And how you spell Malty is M-A-L-T-Y. And people that I know in the last video were saying I'm wrong about it. Do pick up the manga or the light novel and pay attention to the anime. You actually might pick up something. Who knows? But nonetheless, continue on. Besides that little thing, the backstory to her is she was sent to a school, and I'm gonna butcher this really badly, the name Fabili, for basically her bad behavior, and that's actually how she lost her, as I said before, her right to be the queen, the next queen. And it all comes down to, why did she do it? It's because her father kind of spoiled her, and she's a daddy's girl, and she kind of is this person that likes to sit back and, per se, watch someone's life go into ruin, and she enjoys it and she gets off from it, basically. And it's kind of interesting, and I'm going to specify right here, this is all her father's doing. He raised her to this rotten person. And I know I'm going to get this question. As I said, this is all spoilers. I'm not holding back. Yes, Malty does get hers, and it's really a bit far. Yeah, she, in the beginning of the last episode that we saw, she does get called, female dog. And yes, I have to say it that way because YouTube's not so kind with me half the time. But continue on. It's going to be, where she actually used to be, and where her father was supposed to be the next king in line. and she's going to be sent as a last straw to this king that has been known to break everyone as his toys, and obviously she's going to die by his hands. But along with that, she's going to take someone out, and that's food for thought. But it just comes down to Melty really is just a terrible person, and there's nothing much more for her that's going for her, to say the least. And it all starts to kind of make sense of why she is the way she is. She really never had anyone per se to tell her what she's doing is wrong. And as I said, I don't forgive her per se, but we all know she's a really, 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 really bad to the core and doesn't have any redeeming features, and that's this character. And I know a lot of people hate her for what she did, and rightfully so. That's who she is. Good job, to say the least. But now, as I said, this is Melty. So we're going to go on to the next one, which is her younger sister, and her name is Melty, and she is an interesting character, to say the least. And she was actually raised by her mother due to, the Queen seeing how Melty turned out to be such a bad person, and she was brought along with her mother to kind of be on the job with her to see what it takes to be the Queen and how to do everything. And it's quite fascinating to see this kind of contrast of, father raised her, mommy raised her, and they're two completely different people, and Melty isn't such a great person, while we have Melty that is, and her name is Melty, Melty. Just make sure you know that, because a lot of people in my last video with the preview said I was wrong about it. Just want to make sure you guys know that, you should read the manga and pay attention a little bit more. But Melty is to be, the Queen after, good old, the actual Queen steps down, or was supposed to, but she, as you're going to see as we get further, kind of is a very knowledgeable person for certain situations, but nonetheless, she's a very good person, and it shows a big difference between how, the Queen how she raises her people and how she cares versus, Melty being able to do whatever she wants, being a spoiled little brat and causing so much havoc. But let's get to the main person, to say the least, that I get a lot of questions about, and his name is John Cena. I'm kidding. Trash number one. I just have to throw number one because you'll see soon. But so his background is he actually was the rightful heir to the throne, and it's actually the same place Melty went to, for punishment to correct herself. And we find out a little bit history about like how he fought on the front lines with, the Queen's country. I keep forgetting the name. I know it's her last name, but he essentially is a war hero and a vassal weapon holder. And a lot of people are like, what do you mean? You'll start to see. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but a little background is he fought the staff hero, and this is way, way, way back when he was younger, and he actually won somehow. And now the whole question I always get is, why does the king hate the shield hero so much? And is it personally against Nafumi? It is nothing personal against Nafumi. It's all personally against the shield hero. And to kind of take a deep dive without spoiling, well, I have to spoil, to say the least, so big spoilers here. But this doesn't happen for a little while, and we're not going to see it in the anime for a good while, but it all comes down to the fact that his family, his parents were killed by a demi-human, and everything that was close to him, even his sister, was thought to be killed by a demi-human, but later on you find out that's not as true. But as I said, someone always will tell you in the comment section, because we have good people here. But he basically started to shift all the blame on the shield hero, because the demi-humans worship the shield hero, and it's kind of their beacon of light, to say the least, or hope. And it all just started to trickle down, especially when we saw in the beginning that he really didn't have any care in the world about the shield hero. But originally he was told to not summon the heroes until the Queen got back from where he's from, and he's kind of not a really good person, but he does come around towards the end, and he's, as I said, a vassal weapon user, and that's another video for another time. And to say the least, they're very strong people, and I probably will touch a little bit on that in the Wave video, which I'll be working on, especially when I get to Glass. But everything starts to make sense of why everything has happened and why the queen has to be this really good person and has to cover up and fix a lot of things. And in the end, she does a good job. And her purpose basically is the same thing as Nafumi, to clean up the big messes that everyone else makes, and it falls down to her, and she does a great job and a wonderful job at that. But that's kind of the rundown of everything with the queen involved in explain why she has to be the way she has to be, to say the least. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I actually quite enjoyed putting a lot of time into the research with this, but it was worth it in the end. And I'm probably going to be doing Who is Glass next, and don't worry, I'm not going to completely just go off a tangent and not explain it. Don't worry, I'm going to be referencing the light novel for that one. But thank you guys. I'll see you probably in the preview video, and the glass one will be finished along with, I'll do the wave after one, so I know you guys wanted to do that, and of course there's more Shield Shield Hero content to come. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. This has been Austin, and I'll see you later. Peace.